Well, we're certainly going to review that afterwards, but I think, we've got capacity for 725,000 people, tickets. We've sold 450,000, so we've still got capacity. And it's getting that balance between those really big games, like the opening game and the closing game, at Old Trafford and Wembley, then some big stadia, and then the reality is, as much as we would love everybody to want to go to every game, the reality is people want to go to the England games, and then it's more challenging to sell some of the other tickets. So we'll have a good look at it. I think there are things we can learn from this, and I wouldn't, but I think overall we got the balance right at the time we made those decisions.
And the placement of Serena and bringing her in, and we talked earlier and you said there's a real calmness about her, and she's a winner, right? So we need, to really explode the game in this country. Do we need a winning squad that brings home a Euros?
Yeah, I think, look, all we can do in terms of preparation is make sure that we've given Serena a world-class support team, which she's got. So the psychologists, the nutritionists, the fitness people, even the kit men, they're all great at what they do. And then it's about preparing the players the best we can, getting them ready physically, mentally, tactically, technically. And she does that in the most thorough, detailed, planned manner. And that's what gives the calmness. The calmness is we're ready. The calmness is the players feeling we're as ready as we could be, and that's all you can do. And then they have to go on the field of play and they have to produce.
Because it is a lot of pressure at home Euros. There's a lot of expectation.
Yeah, it is. But of course, managing that pressure is part of preparation. We have a full-time sports psychologist, and one of her jobs has been helping not just the players, but the team around the players to manage those pressure moments. Do I think that the moment they walk out into Old Trafford with 70,000, 80,000, whatever it is, people, will they feel it? Yes. Will they be prepared for it? Yes. And I think that's, we feel they're very well prepared mentally for what's going to be unquestionably a really exciting time for them.
Just on the ticketing front, we hear that there's been another new sort of landmark reached today. Where are we at in terms of that picture?
450,000 sold, which is double what was sold in Holland for the last Euros. We still have an ambition to try and get over that 500,000 mark if we can. But of course we've now entered into really tough times for people. Cost of living is hitting so many people, and although the tickets are not hugely expensive, the petrol to get to the stadium probably is. But we would encourage people to come along. We think it's going to be a really special day out. I think you only have to come to the women's game to feel how different it is, in terms of atmosphere and togetherness and families travelling. So we hope not only can we play good football, but we can bring some joy to people.
And that event today with training, the kids coming along from the grassroots club, how much was that sort of a reminder of that bigger picture of what could be happening over the summer?
Yeah, and I think, we have to remember that the players don't need to be asked to take this seriously. They believe that they are ambassadors for the future of the game. They want to play this. We don't have to make them do this. They want to be part of growing the game. They want to be part of inspiring the next generation. So bringing in youngsters like that is not just great for the youngsters, it's great for them to feel that vibe and that excitement, and people chanting Millie's name and chanting Fran's name. I mean, that just must be lovely for them, and they're youngsters from the clubs that they first took part in. So yeah, a terrific day, really, super day.
Obviously a big part of planning an event like this is thinking about legacy once things are all wound down. How do you go about ensuring that there is a solid legacy from a tournament like this, and how do you measure the success of the tournament in terms of legacy afterwards?
Well, in terms of legacy, we've been working. I know legacy, everybody thinks happens afterwards. I'm a great believer it happens before. You have to prepare the ground, because if you watch a game today and you're inspired, but you go to find somewhere to play and there isn't anywhere to play, or they're full and you can't get in. So we've been working particularly with the host cities on legacy plans, and we've created about 500,000 new opportunities to play, coach, referee or volunteer that are sitting in those host cities. So if you go along, whether you're a youngster or whether you're a person of age who perhaps didn't get a chance to play the game and suddenly wants to play, you should be able to find an opportunity close to you, local to you. So we'll be measuring how well we hit those targets. But the other part that's sort of not measurable, but I think so important of a home event, is just that feeling of enjoyment and pride in your country. I remember almost being able to touch it in London 2012, it felt tangible to me. I could almost feel it. And I would want this to be as inspiring and for people to really enjoy it and feel proud of the country that we live in.
Just one final question, if I may. Obviously, we've come from Germany. You're speaking to people in the women's game in Germany. They've named England as a positive role model in terms of supporting the women's game and a couple of pages there. What do you think that other countries can learn from the English example in terms of supporting women's game?
Well, I think we can learn from each other. I don't like to be arrogant and think, we are the best. I mean, we are still learning. But I think what we have done is develop a strategy which goes from grassroots all the way through to the elite. And we've supported at the professional end the players to be the inspiration role models. So the Women's Super League, the Women's Championship is now, got great broadcast opportunities to view every week for people, great sponsorship, great profile. But that alone doesn't do it. You've got to be growing the bottom two and opportunities. So growing your player pathway, growing your coach pathway, your referee pathway, and making sure that you truly are living that football is for all, and for all women, regardless of their background, regardless of their ability, regardless of their culture. So I think that's what we've done, and I'm proud of where we are, but we're by no means finished. We've still a long way to go.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Sue.